Good morning, guys. Today we are going to discuss about Huffman coding. This Huffman coding is actually a data compression algorithm which is mainly used for compressing or encoding the data that is present in our hand. Okay, so let's see an example and let's discuss how we can construct a Huffman tree and later Huffman codes of each of the characters in our hand. So let's see an example. So here some characters are given and also their probabilities are also given. Let's see how we can construct a Huffman tree from this given data. Okay. The very first thing that we have to do is that we have to arrange the given probabilities in such a manner that the smallest one came first and the largest one came last. Okay. So here among this given probabilities, I just ordered these probabilities in such a manner that the small elements or the same probabilities came first. Okay, so here D is having a probability of 0.09 and A is having a probability of 0.11. So since these two have the least probabilities or the smallest probabilities, we can take these two characters from this list and just make a tree first. Okay, so here I take this D. We know that D is having the smallest probability 0.09. This D is considered as a specific node and A is also taken as another node wherein which it has the second least probability, second least smallest probability, and both of these are joined together. In a sense, we take the sum of these two numbers or these two probabilities and we created a new parent node that is 0.2. 0.09 and 0.11 are joined together or they are added together to form 0.2. Now what we have to do is that since we take this D and A already, we can delete those two characters from the list. Okay, now what are the remaining probabilities? C, E and B are the remaining probabilities in our given question, and since we created a parent node in such a manner, this probability will also be included into this input. Okay, here also we continue the same manner, that is, write the smallest probabilities first and the largest probabilities last. That is, or order these probabilities in an ascending manner. So we created it in an ascending manner. The only difference is that the new node that we created, that is the parent node or the parent probability 0.2, is also included in this specific list. Okay. Now again we are continuing this same step wherein which the least two characters having the smallest probability are added together. Okay, so here we know that this C having a probability of 0.16 and our newly created probability is 0.2. Since both of these two are the smallest probabilities, now in the next step we are gonna add these two probabilities and created a new parent node in the same manner. Okay. One thing that we need to keep in our mind is that the character that is having the large number or the large probability will be placed in the right side. Okay. That is why in this D and A we place this A right side because A is having the largest probability and those having the smaller probability or the smaller number is placed left. That is why we placed the D in the left side. Okay. After that we created a new node by adding the sum of these two probabilities. Here also we know that C is having the least probability, right? C is having the smallest probability 0.16. So we placed this 0.16 in the left side since it's having its smallest probability, and this node or this value is added with the 0.2 value. We placed 0.16 in the left side because among these two 0.16 is having the least value. That is why we placed this node C here in the left side, not in the right side. Okay. Now both these two are added together and we get a new node having the sum point 3, 6. Now again we are repeating the same step. Since we take C from our input list, now in the next step we can delete or we can remove this C from our list, and point 2 is also removed from our list. Now what are the remaining items? E is having a value of 0.24 and B is having a value of 0.40. Now we get a new node that is 0.36. When we place it in this particular list, 0.36 came here, right? Because it is this 0.36 is greater than 24 and also smaller than 0.40. So this is placed middle. As we know, we will be arranging it in an ascending order. All the frequencies that we will be newly getting is arranged in an ascending order. So 0.36 came here. Now again we can repeat this same procedure. Those having the smallest values will be added to the. We know that 0.24 and 0.36 is having a smallest value in this particular list. So both of these two will be added together in the next step. So this is 0.24, the value of the letter E. Among this 0.24 and 0.36, we know that 0.24 is the least element. So the smallest element will be placed in the left side, or it will be placed as a left node. That is why this node came here and not here in the right side. So this 2.24 and 0.36, again these two are added together and we created a new node and we get the value of that node as 0.60. Again we are repeating this same step. Now we know that the remaining elements in the list is B, who is having a value of 0.40, and the new node that we obtained, which is having a value of 0.60. We will be placing these nodes in an ascending order. So that is why B came first here, since it is the smallest one. And now we know that only two elements are remaining in our list and we can directly add these two elements together. Among this, B is the smallest one. So B, the node B will be placed in the left side of this node 0.60. Okay. So this is the Huffman tree that we have obtained. So since 0.40 is the smallest one when compared with 0.60, it is placed in the left of this 0.60 and these two values are again added together and we get a new node having the value 1. Okay. So this is our Huffman tree. Now we can say that we successfully created this Huffman tree. Now the next step is we need to find the Huffman code of each of the characters. Okay, this Huffman code is considered as the compressed or the encoded value of each of the characters in our question. Okay, so next we have to find the Huffman code. Now how we can find this Huffman code? Let's just take the Huffman tree that is obtained. So this is our Huffman tree. In order to create the Huffman code of each and every character, we have to do some work in this particular Huffman tree that is created in the first step. Okay. So the work is just put 0 in the left edge and 1 in the right edge. Okay. So 0 is placed in the left edge and 1 will be placed in the right edge. So here we know that this is the left edge. So we placed a 0 here. And this is left edge. This is also left edge. Left edge. So in left edge, we will be placing a 0. And the right edge, when we compare with this node, this is the right edge of this particular node. In the right edge, a 1 is placed. So here 1, and here 1. Now, we can directly write the value or Huffman code of each of the character. When we consider the character A, so this is our character A, Huffman code is just write this or just travel along these edges from the root to the specific node. Okay, that is just travel from the root to this node A and among that root just write the characters here. So here we know that we travel from here to here and the characters are 1, 1, 1 and then 1. So that is this 1, 1, 1, 1 is the Huffman code of A. And when we consider B, it is 0 from root to this not B, 0. And when we consider C, it is 1, 1, 0. And then when we came to D, it is 1, 1, 1 and 0. And in the case of E, it is 1, 0. So this is how we can find the Huffman code of each of the given characters. Okay. Now the next step is we have to find the average code length. This average code length is find out by using this specific equation. Sum of k equal to 1 to k, pk, lk, where pk is the probability of each and every character. We know that is given in our question itself. And lk is the number of bits of the Huffman code. Okay. So here we know that in the case of A is having a 4-bit. In the case of B, this lk value is 1. In the case of C, it is 3. In the case of D, it is 4. And in the case of E, it is 2. So this is how we can find the average code length. The length of the each character is the number of bits into probability. So let's see how we can find out the length of each character for this specific question. Here we know that in the case of A, the value of lk is the number of bits of Huffman code. Okay, so here A is having 4 bits, so that is why this value here is 4 into pk value of pk in the question. It's already given that probability of A is 0.11, and we take the multiplication and here we get this value. In the case of the next character B, we know that the number of bits in the Huffman code is only 1, so here this 1 came into probability of B is given as 0.4 in the question itself, and we get this value. In the case of C, it having 3 bit, 3 into probability, and in the case of D, it having 4 bit, so 4 into probability, and in the case of E, only 2 characters or only 2 bits are there, so 2 into probability of this E. And after that, we find the sum of all these length of characters. Okay, so we obtain the sum of this, and this is our average code length. In the next step, we have to find the entropy of this specific question. So entropy is obtained with the help of this specific equation, that is h of x, that is denoted by entropy. This entropy is equal to minus sum of k equal to 1 to k, pk, log 2 and pk. We know that pk is the probability of each of the character. It is already given in the question, and here we put this negative mark outside. We take the first probability, that is probability of A, that is 0.11, then 0.11 log 2 0.11, then probability of next item, that is B, 0.4 log 2 0.4, and the next item C, and 0.09, that is D, and 0.24, that is E. And the final answer for the entropy is 2.107. Okay, this is our entropy value. Next, we have to find the efficiency of this particular question. Okay, so efficiency is identified by H by L into 100, where H is the entropy and L is the average code length. We already identified that the entropy is 2.107 and the length of the character is 2.16, that into 100. So we obtained it as 97%. So this is how we will be identifying the efficiency. So I hope that it's clear.